Hello, Jeff. What a fantastic one. This stream. I want to share with you how to deal with unaligned people. Basically, I just first of all want to apologize that I wasn't on like the other days because I had a lot of things to do. And another thing is also I just finished one project and I wanted to have a little bit of a rest, if you know what I mean. And so, what I want to tell you, basically, by the way, you can also watch my YouTube right now as pogodora. It's in 4K if you want to, if you're curious what I have my mic here. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in. So basically, I want to ask yourself, have you ever been on a call or have you been ever forced to a phone call that you want to do, that you don't want to do? Have you been on? So yes or not? Can you just say yes, no, just in comments? I will really appreciate it. All the people on YouTube, I really appreciate if you are commenting what I'm asking you. Because it will be cool. It will be cool. Now, not just because of being cool or not being cool. Because I'm just curious if someone have also experienced the same as my. Because right today, I have experienced like several hours before. And what happened, basically? I was sleeping and my mom said like, hey dude, you have like today you have to, someone called you like from this organization. What kind of organization it is? It's basically an organization who pays my money for unemployment. I really appreciated it paying my money for unemployment, but I feel like every single time when I get there I get really bad vibes there because basically why those people who are working in this kind of organization in Germany especially are do you familiar with the terms 3D, 4D, 5D? It's not dimension, it's density. Density people, 3 density people are people who are just materialistic, and 4 density people are those who are more higher, going more with their own spiritual. They go a little bit more spiritual, but they also go with their own with their health and stuff like that. And like people who are 5 density, they are more higher and stuff like that. Okay, so they're more density basically, and they are more like, really, this whole thing is full of 3 density people, and they are to like using psychology to make some pressure on people and stuff like that. And I mean, they're doing the job really perfect, and I really appreciate that they're doing the job really perfect, and I don't want to blame about them, but like the vibration that are in this kind of conversation are almost toxic. Every single time they're toxic, so I need myself to prepare myself to those kind of conversation before I want to call them. Before my mom comes there, hey, I just called them again, can you call them? I said, no man, wait, I have to prepare myself. First of all, I get like this kind of fight or flight syndrome because basically I don't like to be in this organization, to talk with those people, because they are mostly really just people who are just freaking all about, you have to do this, and their job just to find people who are unemployed, to find jobs which are basically mediocre jobs, even for a small amount of time. I don't care that now it's like it's open of Corona, but two months later it's everything is closed again. So basically they are not really thinking always long term when they are doing these things. And I need some mental and physical preparation, and also maybe some spiritual preparation. So I did some things like I didn't go a little bit into state, my aura and biofield restoration. Also did some techniques on working in the reason, or working in the it's called working in the not reason but course. Working in the course. It's called working in the course. And when you like being now meditation of being now, and so you can co-create with the creator, basically, or with God, or how you can call the entity. So basically I have to higher up my vibration, I have to rise my vibrations in order to be more prepared to it. And what happened is, basically, I was prepared. I say, okay, now I'm happy, I can do it, I did everything, and now I want to call. And what happened is like I was late 3 minutes. Basically, they already closed, and they are pretty. I was wondering like, the call answering system thought like they're working from 8 a.m. till 12:30 a.m. Basically, just 4 or 5 hours. It's not even like this 9-hour day thing that normally people have. Their work even less, and I just say okay. I was kind of surprised that they are not working more. And basically what happened is many people will say like, okay, cool, now you have called, you are delayed, and people say it's a failure, right? It's a failure, you have failed. But the thing is, and some people start to blame themselves because they have to be a little bit faster than this and stuff like that. And I feel like it's not about failure, because if you see the whole matter on the perspective, not just a normal perspective, but let's go a little bit higher perspective. What I mean by higher perspective, Nicholas Tesla, who was into quantum physics, and basically from his perspective or from his theory is that like ethnicities of high vibration cannot see those of low vibration until this high vibrational ethnicities go to the low vibrational ethnicities, or the egregores, or how to call them, right? So this is what happened to me. I had my vibration, so I was higher than this vibration of this organization. What happened is they could not see myself. Because they could not see myself, the time also made a decision and said like, so the universe basically protected me from this low egregor. Because I hide my vibrations, this goes down, right? It's already down there. And because I have my vibrations, I was basically saved by the universe not to do it. And this is how I explain it, this kind of thing, right? And it was pretty, I learned a little bit, from like how universe can protect you when you are thinking more consciously about vibration and stuff like that, and higher your vibration, higher your state, and so on, which is pretty amazing, I believe. And I just seen it like really practically today. But basically, how do you have to go to the core, like mentally? Okay, you can't do all the practices that I'm taught you, but what's the mental practice you should do? Basically, you should, because everything, I mean, we have a spiritual and stuff like that, but mostly we are operating with our mentality, right? And what kind of mental practice we should do besides the all thing that I've listed before? Basically, you should have some mentality that we are living, and it's not from me, it's from a YouTuber basically, but I like really this kind of but this kind of imagine that every human being is sitting in his own or her own classroom, which calls life. And remember, back to the school and classroom, someone is sitting there, someone is just really doing the whole thing, someone is just sleeping there, and someone is even smarter than the freaking teacher. And I have experienced back in high school, we have a girl who was smarter than the teacher when it comes to economics. She could just beat the shit out of this teacher just by asking economic question that he just cannot answer. It was just amazing to watch how a normal pupil, how normal student can be much more intelligent than a teacher. And this was really amazing to watch. I really liked it. And she was also she wasn't bashed by the teacher, but back in the days I was really bashed by the teacher because I state kind of questions that teachers could not answer because they were like overwhelming to them and kind of extraordinary. Now, I was bashed by the teachers back then, But she was actually German, so she wasn't bashed. But I was, I'm half Russian, so I was bashed. So I don't want to be the victim, but I just want to tell you what happened to me back in the days compared to this one occasion. Now, because everyone is sitting there, everyone has an own role. And guess what? Everyone is doing the role perfectly, how it is. Even the freaking murderer. Even the freaking people who are addicted to drugs or to alcohol, they're doing it to what? To work with the karma, to get rid of the karma. They're doing it. So from this kind of perspective, everyone is there and everyone has the qualification to be alive, to be a human being how she is, or how he is, or how something in between is. Okay? This is really important to understand. This is really important to understand. So what we should do is, before going to the conversation, we should set love and appreciation to this human being that she is alive. That she is bringing value to this world. No matter what kind of value it is. It can be positive value, it can be negative value. It comes down to the perspective. What you see, what not. It's really easy to see someone, an addict, you're bad, man. You are doing everything bad. You're just the worst person on this planet. I mean, everyone can tell it. It's no problem. But try to see the good in those person, in people. And send them love and appreciation. Just because they are there. And respect them. Because they're playing the role perfectly. They're getting the lessons. And they're playing the role on this planet Earth perfectly. They're doing it perfectly. And this is how you go into the conversation. And then this person can say everything to you. You are not focused on those words because this person is just captured by this egregor of this organization. Egregor can be every organization. It can be any thought. It can be any feeling. But the more you are there, in this kind of feeling, the thought, the more it is sucking you in and trying you to give you orders what to do. Those people who are trying you to do bad, they are doing because they are controlled by this kind of ethnicities. With these astralic ethnicities, which are pretty low. If you rise your vibration, nobody of these astralic ethnicities can do anything. And as you might know, the vibration goes up. In this very world we are living right now, see the kids who are born, they are more intelligent than the freaking teachers. Because they are born already with the freaking 4K, with the freaking 4D, 5D. They are not born in 3D. They are not born in karma. But we, the past generation, are born. See how the kids on TikTok are enjoying their lives. They say, how you get to millions? Well, I don't know, but I'm doing what I like. And the fame and the money and everything is just a co-product. Just a byproduct. So don't focus. And tomorrow I will go with this mindset in the conversation. Because everyone deserves to be on this planet Earth. Even the freaking spiders, they are pretty much hate, but really they deserve also to be there. It's all a part of the whole ecosystem. It's a whole ecosystem. And the biggest thing that the society tried to hide us from is freedom. is freedom. But freedom is nothing you can earn. Because you can be free, even in slavery. Why? Because your mind is free. If you have a free mind, nobody can do anything. So go with free mind every time you want to approach those kind of situations to people you don't want to call. And I'm doing it tomorrow, and I will tell you how it works out. But I did also before, maybe not intense like now, because in a while I haven't talked to such people. It has been a while. It has been more than 1-2 years that I have talked to such people. But the thing is, we are not just going to high vibration to be there. We have to stay there, but also try to, evaluate people, try to levitate them up, give them good vibes. This is all about. I mean, I don't care what she's asking me. I don't care what she wants to me. I don't care of the outcome. It's not about the outcome. It's all about the vibration. When we go in a high vibration state, it doesn't matter what the outcome is, because you just see the positivity in everything. Never shittiest outcome. In this kind of really small spectrum of life, in the darkest cave, will shine because you focus on it more than the sun. Than the biggest and the strongest sun in our existence. Okay? And it's not just to be focused, if we focus on the positivity, but you also see the all things. You have to really, it's not about just to focus on one thing. Don't get me wrong. It's all about to increase your own consciousness. That's why I'm doing increasing consciousness. Increasing consciousness just to seeing something that's right, something is wrong. Now, you are telling something right is wrong. Okay, you can tell because you have the freedom of choice. But you have the freedom of choice as far as you don't interrupt someone's other freedom. Otherwise, they can rob your own. So try it out. Okay. Rishiva, I hope you have an awesome day as always. Do not lie to accept your passion now. See you tomorrow.